Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for all your views, your comments. I appreciate you guys so much. So today I'm going to show you how to cut a male trouser. Okay, you can also use the same method for female trouser, but this one I am making is for a male client. Okay, so my fabric is already on fold, as you can see that, and I folded it with the highest measurement, okay, which is his thigh. His thigh is the highest measurement, and that is what I used to fold this. And then I added just 1 inch in case, but exactly the thigh is what I folded. Okay, the thigh divided by 2 is what I fold because the fabric is on fold. And then here I'm going to mark out a line just for, or rather it's my starting line, is going to serve as my waistline. Okay, so I just draw out a marginal line there, and on that waistline I'm going to go in by 1 inch. Okay, and then I'm going to mark the crotch. The crotch I'm working with is 11. Okay, so, and then I'm going to minus 1.5 inch. After marking the crotch, I'll take my tape upward. I'll place the 1.5. I'll place my tape on 1.5. Sorry, I will be minusing 1.5 inch for the band. If you can see the tape very well, you notice that I shifted it towards the waistline. So I'm minusing 1.5 for the band in order to mark the length, and the length I'm working with is 40, and then I'm going to add 2 inches to that, making it 42. Okay, so that is for the length of the pant. Okay, and after that, on this ankle line I'm going to draw a straight line there. Okay, so the length, the hemline is also the ankle line, and there I'm going to mark 2 inches inward like so. All right, so I took out 2 inches there, and from there I'm going to be measuring my ankle divided by 2, which is 7.5. The ankle of the client is 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Okay, then I'm going to come upward again. We are going to be marking the knee length. The knee length I'm working with is 22. Okay, you can use, to get your knee length, you can just mark half of the length of that person as your knee length. Okay, but I choose to use 22 because I actually measured the client and it's 22, so I'm using 22, and it's preferably, I cannot bite my tongue, it's preferably good or better to measure your client. Okay, so on that knee line I'm going to mark 1.5 inch. Okay, I'm taking out 1.5 inch there, and then here is my crotch already. I'm going to mark the same 11 inches here, just so as to get a straight line, and I'm going to draw a line there like so. And then the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my waist circumference, divide by 4. Okay, the waist circumference of the client divided by 4 is what I'm going to mark there. I did not add sewing allowance, and you start marking from the 1 inch you took out. Okay, and here on this tie line I'm going to mark the same thing, just as so as to get a straight line. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a straight line there. All right, and then after that, measure from that point. Okay, measure from the 1 inch I took out, and then after that I'm going to mark the thigh circumference on that crotch line, and this is already the thigh circumference, is exactly the thigh circumference divided by 2 I folded, and I'm just going to curve out the crotch like so. Okay, hope you can see that. and I hope you understand. So from this 1.5 inch I mark out for the waist, I'm going to connect it down to the crotch line. The reason why I took out 1 inch from the waist is to enable the waist fit perfectly. Okay, you know, for male they said you don't take out 1 inch from the waist. If you want, you don't take out 1 inch, but I prefer taking out the 1 inch so that the pants will lap very well. Okay, but if you like, you may just forget about taking out the 1 inch. Okay, you just measure starting from that tip, and now I'm going to mark the new circumference divided by 2, which is 11. The new is 22 divided by 2 is 11, and I'm going to connect it this way. Okay, and I'm just going to get a long ruler to connect this point. Please give this video a thumbs up because it helps the channel to grow. Share with family and friends if you enjoyed the tutorial, and click on the subscribe button below if you've not subscribed. That red button below, just hit on it, and also touch the notification bell so as to be notified each time I upload new video. All right, so I'm just going to connect from this point down to the ankle, from the knee down to the ankle. Sorry guys, my ruler is in kind of shaking. And then on this point, I'm going to also connect from that knee line down to the ankle, like so. Ta-da! Our front panel is ready. Okay, as you can see, the shape of the trouser is already out, and now I am going to go upward to the waist. All right, so on this waistline, I'm going to come in by 1 inch. Okay, I'm taking out 1 inch from the waist, and I'm going to connect it to that point in a slanted way like this. I hope you can see that. Okay, and now it's time to cut. Guys, keep this front crotch. That is what you are going to use for a zipper fly. Okay, this point I'm cutting now, I'm going to keep that for my zipper fly. All right, we are done cutting the front, and we are going to move ahead to cut the back panel. All right. Okay guys, I have folded my fabric, and here I'm going to add 1.5 inch for the dart, and here I'm going to go up by 1 inch. Remember, we took out 1 inch there, so I'm going to replace it back at the back, and then I'm going to connect it to meet with that other waist part. Okay, it's only that crotch area that needs to be high, the other side must be the same. Okay, so I'll be marking the 1.5 inch inward like so, and then on the crotch line I'm going to add 2.5. guys, you can add 3 inches, but I'm managing the material, so I added 2.5 instead of 3, and then I'm going to connect like so with a curve. So on the crotch for the back, you add 2.5 to 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to connect like so. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do on the inseam, I'm going to be adding 2 inches down to the ankle. Okay, I'll be adding 2 inches down to the ankle. Sorry guys, this place is out of view, but I'm still going to show you what I did later. Okay, I noticed the camera was not capturing it, and I went back to redo it, so I'm going to show you what I did again. Okay, so now I'm kind of shifting the camera so as to show you what I did earlier. So as I said before, I added 1.5 inch for that because the back panel is going to carry that. It's going to have a that. So I added 1.5 inch here. This point I added 2.5. All right, you add 2.5 to 3 inches. So I added 2.5, and here I added 2 inches. From this point down to the ankle is 2 inches on the inseam. All right. Okay, and up here I added 1.5 like I said earlier, and then I connected it with a curve this way. Okay, and then I'm going to connect this down. Okay, you can use a straight ruler if you have one, but mine is giving me tough time, so I prefer using freehand. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut this out. Okay, so let me just show you how it looks like on the down part. And this point on the out seam, you are going to cut exactly, okay, this point, cut exactly the shape of the front panel. Okay, it's only on the inside that you add to 2 inches. This place I'm cutting now. On the other side, you don't add any allowance to it. And that is all for this trouser. As you can see, it's very easy. So I'm just gonna fold the back panel into 2 like so, and then I will notch the midpoint, and that is going to be where my dart is going to be. And then for the front panel, I'm going to mark my pocket 2.5 inches for the width, and then the pocket length or depth is 7 inches. Okay, so I'm going to notch 7 inches here. I'm going to notch there. Okay, and here is 2.5. I'm going to notch there also. All right, and that is all for the trouser. And the next I'm going to do is to cut the waistband. Okay, so the waist I am working with is 38 divided by 2, because I'll be cutting 2 pieces for the waistband to enable it sit or lap properly on the waist. So I'll be dividing the waist into 2. That 8 divided by 2 is I think 19, and then I'll be adding extra 5 or 4 inches to it for the overlapping of the button at the front. Okay, so I'll be adding extra 4 to 5 inches. You can always trim it out if it's excess. Is better too much than not enough. Okay, so I added 4 to 5 inches extra to the waistband, and I'm going to cut it. And the width of the waistband, remember I minus 1.5. The width I am cutting is 4 inches. Okay, have 1 inch. The 1.5 is supposed to be 3 inches because the belt is going to be unfold. And then I added 1 inches to that for sewing allowance. Okay, as you can see, it's 2 pieces for the belt. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and share this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I love you guys. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.